Is this another boring attorney video? Heck no, this is exciting. This is a video about what to do if you're charged with driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree in Washington State. My name is Fryrear, and I'm the defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. And I'm here to tell you what you need to do. Hopefully to clear your license, to get square with the judge, and to not have to go to jail or pay heavy fines. I mean, that's what we all want if we get in trouble. So driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree is a simple misdemeanor offense. That means the maximum penalty is 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. If you get pulled over for driving while suspended, usually what happened is a police officer ran your license plate, the car was registered to yourself, and you were in a suspended status. They ran your plate, they checked your name from the Department of Licensing, and you got the nasty surprise. Here's your court date for driving on a suspended license. So you might be thinking, I'll just go into court and plead guilty, no big deal. Well, you don't want to do that because the courts can give you a hefty fine, they can put you in jail. The main thing the court wants to see you do is get your driver's license back. While I don't know your particular situation, my law office in Lynnwood has been doing criminal defense work for over 20 years, helping people all throughout Washington State, and we've seen most of the ways someone could be suspended in the 3rd degree. Now I'm going to try to keep this video quicker than my other one, so I'll just get right into it. The primary reasons why you could be suspended for 3rd degree is that you have an unpaid ticket. Suspended in the 3rd degree means you're suspended, but you're eligible to reinstate. So the first situation, you have an unpaid traffic ticket. You either got a ticket and failed to respond to it, or you did respond to it, it was found committed and you didn't pay it, or you started to pay it and then money ran tight and you quit paying it. Well, the Department of Licensing would have sent you a notice saying, hey, unless you pay your ticket by a certain date, we're going to suspend you. But so many times we've moved around or in a different location, we don't get the notice, and we sort of get the nasty surprise when we're pulled over by the officer and we're suspended. So what do you do to figure it out? Well, the first thing you can do, if the officer didn't tell you why you're suspended, is get on the Department of Licensing website. Get on dol.wa.gov and establish a License Express account in your driver's license number and your name, and take a look and see which court has you suspended. They usually say FTA or FTR, failure to appear, failure to respond. Look at the court name, for example, South District Court in Lynnwood, and then give the court a call. Dear South District Court, this is my name, this is my date of birth. Can you tell me if I have any unpaid tickets with your court? Well, yes, you do. You have an unpaid ticket for speeding from a year ago. Okay, well, great. So how do I take care of that? So they'll tell you. Sometimes you can still pay it through the court if the case is pretty new. If the case is old, it may have went to collections, so you'll have to contact a collections company. So if you have an ability to pay off the ticket, just pay it off. Practice pointer, just because you pay off the ticket doesn't mean you're instantaneously able to drive. The court has to send an adjudication to Department of Licensing. Sometimes that can be pretty quick, but if you're paying through a collections company, it can take a long time. So ask them nicely to send it as soon as possible. And also, do not drive until you're sure your licensing status is clear. How can you be sure? Again, get on that website, www.dol.wa.gov. Get on that website and check. So that's how you can clear a single ticket. What if you have multiple tickets? That can happen. What if you're not the most responsible with tickets? Well, you're going to have to call different courts. And for each court that has that ticket that's unpaid, contact the court, see what the status is, and see how they process it. If tickets are at collections, sometimes a collections company will make you an agreement that they'll adjudicate all your tickets and put you on a payment plan if you pay off a portion of it. If you're in a really bad situation, sometimes you can write a letter to the court saying, hey, can you recall my ticket from collections because it's way more expensive with all the collections fees? I have all the money I can pay you today if you recall the ticket from collections. Again, the court isn't trying to punish you. They're just following the rules. They really want to have you licensed, so sometimes the court will do that. Also, sometimes the court, I've seen this in Seattle, I've seen it in Lynnwood, will have an amnesty. a month where all tickets can be paid directly to the court, even if it's in collections. So keep your eye open for that, or call a local attorney. The second way that you can be suspended in the third degree, you could have all tickets paid and you're fine, but you have a pending criminal traffic matter, hit and run, or DUI, or another driving while license suspended case. If you have a pending criminal traffic matter you failed to appear for, you may have a bigger problem. You have a warrant for your arrest because you missed a criminal court date, but that warrant will also put you in a suspended status. So how do you get out of that mess? Well, you clear the warrant. Get a hold of an attorney, get a hold of the court, say, hey, how do I clear a warrant in your court? Once that warrant is cleared, again, the adjudication has to go to Department of Licensing, has to go there. Don't just start driving because you assume everything's fine now. But once you're in a clear status, you can drive again. So what's going to happen in the criminal court? Well, you'd be surprised. Once you have a license, not everything is forgiven, but it's pretty close. So especially if you have an attorney. You can have a public defender, you can have a private attorney like us, but the most important thing a court wants to see is that you have a clear license and you have a chance to avoid a major penalty or a major fine while driving a license suspended. So if you do need some help, my name is Lance Fryrear. I'm the owner of the law offices of Lance Fryrear. We have been defending people charged with crimes in Lynnwood and all throughout Washington State for the past 20 years. The good news is driving while license suspended charges usually don't cost as much to defend, and they usually have a very positive outcome if you can follow through with what we ask. So if you have questions or do need our help, just give us a call. We'll do everything we can, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.